If you've ever booked a flight ticket online, then you've probably questioned whether or not you should be adding airline flight insurance to the purchase. In today's video, we'll be breaking down exactly what flight insurance is and why you probably don't need it. A basic flight insurance policy that is offered to you by an airline at the time of booking your flight is likely going to cover you for any non-refundable costs associated with your flight if there is a disruption to your trip. When you buy a flight ticket, flight insurance is usually offered as an add-on on the checkout page of the airline's website or whatever company you might be booking your flight with, such as Expedia. Flight insurance coverage varies since different airlines partner with different insurance companies, like United with Travel Guard from AIG, and Delta and American with Allianz Global Assistance. The coverage you get can also depend on whether you're flying within your own country or internationally, and also vary based on where you are located. I'll list out some of the common benefits that you'll find in a flight insurance policy, and then we can get into why you probably don't need any of them. The first benefit that most policies will include is flight delay coverage. If your flight is delayed for a reason covered by your policy, you can get reimbursed for any extra expenses you might incur as a result, such as meals, transportation, or a hotel room. Many also include baggage protection, which means that most policies will reimburse you for lost, damaged, or stolen luggage. If your bag is delayed for a specific amount of time, you could also be reimbursed for any essential items that you might need to purchase while you are waiting for your bag to arrive. The travel assistance benefit included in many of these policies helps you with rebooking flights or arranging other travel details in the case of a disruption. Trip cancellation coverage comes into play if you need to cancel your trip for a reason listed in your policy, like an illness, job loss, or a natural disaster, where you'll get a refund for your flight. Definitely take a close look at what reasons the policy says are valid reasons for canceling the trip and receiving a refund, because often simply not wanting to take the trip, unless you had something like cancel for any reason insurance, is not going to be valid and you won't be refunded for the cost of that ticket. Trip interruption coverage is a feature of some flight insurance policies designed to protect you financially in the case that you have to end your trip early due to certain specified reasons. These reasons might include emergencies like a sudden illness, a family member's death, or another unforeseen event that would necessitate your immediate return home. While some of these benefits may seem appealing, and airlines are also very good at scaring you into purchasing the flight insurance, opting out of the flight insurance is going to be a smart move for the majority of travelers. And here are 4 reasons why. The first reason to skip flight insurance is that airlines have their own set of policies that already cover many of the issues that flight insurance would. For example, the Department of Transportation in the US requires airlines to compensate you for delays, lost baggage, and more, whether you had a flight insurance add-on or not. The Department of Transportation also provides an online dashboard to help you understand your rights and what airlines owe you, making it easy to see that most flight insurance policies are unnecessary. I'll leave a link in the description to the dashboard for you to check out, as well as a link to the benefits that European airlines are required to provide in the case of a flight disruption. Another reason to skip the flight insurance is that many major airlines have eliminated change fees and also have more flexible cancellation policies than they did in the past. So as long as you're booking in the main cabin, you'll likely be able to change your flights for free or cancel them and get an airline voucher or travel credit to use later. Take Southwest Airlines as an example. They allow changes or cancellations up to 10 minutes before departure, offering a refund or credit based on your ticket type. It's important to review these policies before purchasing flight insurance, as you might already be entitled to things that flight insurance would cover for you, like canceling or changing your flight, obtaining a refund, or receiving a credit for future travel. Another reason to skip buying flight insurance is that your credit card may already have you covered. Many credit cards, especially those aimed at travelers like the Chase Sapphire Preferred Card, come packed with travel insurance perks. This one in particular includes coverage for things like trip cancellations and interruptions, which can be even better than what the airline's flight insurance would offer. So if you book your flight with one of these cards, you'll be protected, and getting those extra flight insurance benefits might not be needed at all. And even if the flight insurance includes things beyond what the airline is already obligated to cover and includes things beyond what your credit card covers, I'm willing to bet that the coverage is still pretty minimal. On international flights, a plan like United's Travel Guard is going to offer you a few benefits beyond what the airline must provide by law, which includes $10,000 in medical coverage. This is not very much, and it would be considered insufficient for serious medical emergencies abroad. These flight insurance plans are also not usually customizable, and they won't let you add any coverage, such as cancel for any reason insurance, accidental death, or even increasing the medical coverage limit. As a result, you'll probably need to purchase separate, more comprehensive travel insurance to fully protect the trip. Let us know down in the comments if you purchase any flight insurance or travel insurance in general when you travel internationally. And if you do purchase a comprehensive travel insurance policy, the broader coverage is going to make that airline's flight insurance redundant. This is especially true since comprehensive plans will cover the non-refundable expenses related to your flight as well as related to other areas of your trip. This means if you've invested in non-refundable accommodations, tours, or other travel expenses, a comprehensive policy can offer reimbursement for these expenses in addition to your flight, making it a more suitable option for overall protection. Whether flight insurance is going to be worth it to you or not is going to depend on what it covers beyond what the airline's policies already cover, as well as any coverage that you may have from additional insurance. You can safely skip the flight insurance offered by the airline if you have a refundable ticket, or if you're booking with an airline that provides generous change and cancellation policies, or if you have coverage from your credit card or a comprehensive travel insurance plan. Before I tell you what I personally do, it is good to know that there are some situations where purchasing the airline's flight insurance might actually be a fit for your travel situation. Maybe. One situation is if the cost of your airfare is the only non-refundable part of your trip and you're not covered by your credit card or an existing travel insurance plan. Another time that the basic flight insurance might be okay for your trip is if you can't get a refund or credit for your airfare directly from the airline and the flight is pricey enough to justify the cost of the insurance. For cheap domestic flights or short international flights where the financial risk is low, the need for flight insurance is also low. I've spent years working in the travel insurance industry, and I've also booked hundreds of flights. I have personally never opted to purchase the airline's flight insurance, nor do I ever intend to. Despite experiencing numerous flight cancellations, initiated by both myself and the airlines, I've never lost the value of a ticket thanks to airline policies, credit card insurance, or a third-party travel insurance plan. So while I've never bought flight insurance from the airline, when it comes to international travel, I consider a travel medical insurance plan to be essential. As a Canadian, I wouldn't even consider stepping foot into the United States or any other country without knowing that I had comprehensive travel insurance benefits that included both medical coverage as well as evacuation. For my fellow Canadian and American travelers, where company healthcare plans or Medicare don't offer international coverage, medical insurance is a crucial part of travel preparation. It's a travel expense that deserves a spot on every trip budget. I'll drop a link in the description to the travel insurance that I use, which came to my rescue to book and pay for an emergency flight from Vietnam to Canada back in March of 2020. This evacuation flight would not have been covered by flight insurance or by my credit card, but was instead covered by a travel insurance that I was paying less than $2 a day for. This particular insurance plan is not going to be a good fit for all travelers, so I'll also share some additional recommendations, including options for senior travelers. Finding affordable insurance can be challenging if you're over 50 or if you have any pre-existing conditions, but there are some good options out there. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join us back here for more travel tips and hacks each week, and until then, safe travels. Bye.